Considering that he was a foreign policy hawk, it's worth noting that he simply hated nuclear weapons. He favored the abolition of nuclear weapons and talked and wrote about it regularly. He was actually appalled by the concept of mutual assured destruction, and he worried about the dangers of nuclear war. So this made him a little bit unusual. And then the second point was that unlike many hawks who tended to be quite pessimistic about America's ability to prevail, actually, in the Cold War, Reagan was very optimistic. He was convinced that the Soviet system could not last and that it was fundamentally brittle and doomed because it did not meet basic human needs. As he put it, communism is a temporary aberration which will one day disappear from the earth. He wrote this several years before becoming president. So he was confident that the United States could outperform the USSR economically as well as militarily over the long run. And that, again, made him a little bit unusual, even for a foreign policy hawk. So Reagan argues over the 70s for a U.S. military buildup in order to pressure the Soviet Union into deep mutual arms reductions on terms favorable to the United States. That's his long-term goal. He talks about it during the 1970s repeatedly. As he told his friend Richard Allen in 1977, his goal was, quote, "We win and they lose," unquote. His goal was not indefinite coexistence. It was also not indefinite struggle. He wanted to reduce Cold War tensions and bring the dangers of nuclear war to an end, but on terms very favorable to the United States. Again, a particular combination of themes on which Reagan was virtually alone.